things tonight. We are testing out a new live streaming studio, which so far is not working well at all. So you've been warned. Secondarily, we're testing out a new net control app, which Hef over there. Oh, see, now it's backwards. See, that's the way I point in all the other streaming softwares, and this time I have to point the real direction where he is. So I'm apparently mirrored. Yes, I can read my words backwards. So I got to turn mirroring off. Hef, introduce yourself while I turn mirroring off somehow.
Sure. My name's Jason, Fall Heifer, hence the nickname Hef, and my channel Ham Radio Hef, and everybody at my club, all my friends call me Hef. Unfortunately, I don't have the smoking robe and the pipe to go with it, but I've been in ham radio now. I don't know, about 11 years. Prior Navy cryptologist, so I was the guy sitting on the ship trying to break all the codes and all that fun stuff. And then I worked at the NSA on my last tour before I separated because my daughter was growing up. And I'm local here to YCARS, York County Amateur Radio Society. I don't know, some of you viewers might have heard of John Gendron, K4NZ, who works pretty close with
Yeah, we know John.
Callum. Yeah, and we're buddies. We're both in the same ham club. And he's taught me a lot. He's a great Elmer. And that's just letting you know where I come from here. So yeah, I love the hobby. I love tinkering, making antennas, putting together y'all's antennas, and all the YouTuber antennas and fun stuff like that. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for making some awesome stuff for us to tinker with too.
Excellent. Jim is putting party stuff on the screen.
I don't even know if it's showing up on YouTube.
Oh wait,
I have
will
no
this work?
idea.
Hold on, like the
That
whole.
that's your Mac camera.
Yeah, oh yeah, that would be on my Mac. I'm using the 4K camera up there. So yeah, I probably won't do it. Yeah, I'm jelly.
I don't know if I can make
It gets
my
old.
there it is.
There it
There
goes.
it is.
Yeah, I get that. Tio.
Especially when it happens accidentally during a work meeting. When you say number 2 on the agenda is, and then it goes crazy with, balloons or something stupid.
Oh yeah.
Am I
So I'm
echoing?
still
Can
looking
you
for
guys
the
hear
ability
me?
to. I can hear you. You're not echoing to me.
Okay, break. Test 1, 2. You can hear me okay.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Somebody wave. Make a motion. There you go. Okay.
We did. We did.
It's something with
Maybe you have a
Riverside
delay.
in my setup. It doesn't like it because this is new.
Yeah, so this is Riverside.fm, and it's supposed to be able to do like AI clipping for shorts, and it's supposed to have higher quality post streaming save files, I guess you would call it, post streaming video, stuff like that. But so far, seems like it's meant more for doing a podcast recording than it is for doing a live stream.
Tio, it's telling me your video is unavailable on YouTube. I can't.
I was just gonna say I don't
It
see.
kicked me out of the chat, and I went to the main screen to restore chat, and it's not there, and it says this video is unavailable.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing it on my.
Are you guys
my
still here in the chat?
subscriptions.
I
Yes.
don't see anybody
Nice.
in the chat.
Oh, I don't see chat. No, I don't even see
nobody
the
in the
channel
chat.
anymore.
I see
Yeah,
no
you're-
currents in the studio.
Yeah, we're not
Nice.
streaming, buddy.
Nice. Might have to do an emergency reset on StreamYard.
I was going to say,
Restream.
yeah, I would do an emergency restream.
Why did it switch it to private?
Oh, and Hazer 72.
I think it's also, you're recording too, and FYI, it won't let you change
Yeah.
mics while you're recording.
Nice. Well, this software
Oh,
is
that's
just
messed.
horrible right now.
That's not good. That's a pretty common thing you do.
We're kind of
It marked itself as private in YouTube Studio, and I did not mark it as private.
Well, let me jump in Discord and spread the word.
Well, no, now we got somebody back again. Okay, that was fun.
Oh, hey, yeah.
We have 9 viewers now. Welcome back, everybody. Somehow Riverside decided to mark the stream as private out from underneath of us without telling us, and you all disappeared. And we weren't supposed to be doing that. So again, this is what Ham Nuggets is all about. We try out something new together, sometimes for the first time, and sometimes it doesn't go well, which is why we're all here to enjoy the cluster bomb, I guess is the best way to say it.
I don't know what the hell to call that. It was bizarro. Oh, and while recording, you can't change effects either. Nothing to do with video while you're recording.
Nice. Can we change? We can't even change screen layout?
No, but it also tells us
No, we
actual
can change-
recording is higher quality. I
It
can't
does.
change it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
How do we
I
look,
didn't-
guys? Do we look fantastic as always?
I don't know.
Thank you, Frank.
I haven't seen YouTube yet. There we go. Now it's back.
Yeah, the
That
chat has returned.
Yeah, I see the chat now.
Man, that was odd. And we have
That
the
was
chat.
very odd.
We have the chat in this thing now too. Which
I had never found a way to unmirror my camera.
I've seen that. It's in the video, which you can't change while you're recording.
So I go into people. I can turn my camera off. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I can
yeah,
change
Go to
cameras.
settings. Go to
No,
settings.
I can't change.
Go to settings.
I can't change.
It's at the
cameras.
bottom of settings.
At the top of the screen?
Yes, the hamburger at the top. And it's at the bottom of that. And there's a mirror button. I knew I'd seen it. I thought it was under video.
Wow, this is crazy. Mirror video off. All right. Now I can point in the right direction to Jim's camera that's off.
Why did you turn my camera off?
I did not turn your camera off. I did not touch your camera. Yours was off before I did that.
Unless it turned it off when I flipped the mirror so it looked like I was looking at you. Sweet Jesus.
That's crazy. Yes. Whew. Trying new things is always fun, right? Take a deep breath. Let's experiment.
Jeff said, I have returned from the nether region. I can't highlight comments. So.
And I paid extra so you could. You can't click on it directly. You have to hover over it and then it shows up under the comment. So here's Frank's comment saying hi to Ron.
Well, I'm trying to hover over something that Jeff said. And nothing's happening.
Okay, well, we'll be canceling this directly after the stream today, if we can make it through this stream at all.
Jeff, that's a great comment, and I would highlight that if I could, man. So, okay.
Tom, I would just say that Hef knew what he was getting into. He's watched the show before.
Yeah, John, exactly right. Learning new streaming software on Nuggets with a guest. I mean, and if you've been in the IT business forever, no demo survives first contact with the customer. So,
yeah.
All right. I'm sorry.
Kleino Dev is asking me, like, he's never watched the show before. Have we thought about testing new streaming technologies in advance? No, we very specifically thought against thinking about that.
That's cute when he says stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's okay. I made the mistake of trying to go to meld. That burnt and crashed. That was horrible. I don't know if you've tried that yet as a replacement.
never
for
heard of it.
OBS or oh yeah, it's supposed to be easier to use, but it lacks like every feature that you'd want. Might have gone better by now, but I haven't tested it in a few months.
Oh, this is even worse. Jody put in a membership milestone. Thank you, Jody. I can't highlight it on the screen because it did not come into the studio.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
can only see it because I've got two screens going, and one over there is y'all that I'm looking at and talking to, and one over here is the YouTube comment section.
Well, Jody, thank you for being a member for 32 months, and Steve, press star.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has
Will
got
do.
my audio screwed up. I can't hear myself in my monitors. I have to disable that, or I'm
You're not
getting an
missing
echo.
anything.
Oh, they're saying my audio is a lot quieter than y'all's.
You are very quiet, sir.
Oh, I don't know if I can adjust that on AirPods. Let me
Tom
see.
has dropped a $2 super chat and said, "Here, test what happens with
Thank
a
you,
super
Tom.
chat."
I can see it on YouTube. I cannot see it
I got
in
I got nothing in the live stream
studio.
chat.
I see Techno Video's comment before, and I see Andy Callie's comment after. But Tom, yours is completely missed, and other people are seeing it. So I see 3 people have given you the thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm not.
They're saying
Okay.
that Hef has
Now I got it.
disappeared and come back.
And EOD said I need that full duplex operation. Nothing changed here except this software.
Yeah, it's the software.
Sound settings.
Move slowly. I'm trying not to move at all, James. It's hard.
So to me, you guys, to me, Hef's video is 5.9. My video, because it's local, is 5.9. TO is about a 3.6. What does it look like on y'all's side?
And how's my audio now? I found the gain setting.
I mean, it's okay.
So y'all look the same to me.
Are we potatoes?
No, you're blurry, but you're not pixelated. And it's because the studio is telling me that actual recording is higher quality. So the people viewing at home, how do you see it? Do you see all 3 of us the same? Do you see us all 3 different levels of pixelization?
Hef looks fine.
I got gigabit.
Oh, so do I. Steve is
okay.
on hamster power.
Don is here in full snark mode. He says Riverside has AI. AI is almost as bad as trusting Gene. Thank you for the super chat, Don. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Geezer.
he's got a point.
Why did we invite this guy?
Because he's going to demo a new net control software.
Well, this is kind of like an HF net. Nobody can hear anybody, and we all look like crap.
Yeah. Chris is saying this is
Hef and Jim are 5.9 according
because everybody's
to Cooley.
name has changed on YouTube. And it
Well,
says
I had heartburn earlier, so we can
now it's
officially
scrolled
call
off the
this an
screen.
HFnet.
Now I've lost your comment, Chris. I was in the middle of trying to say what was going on.
Yeah, I can't do anything with comments.
Oh,
Okay.
So F good to up and down, more bad than good. Oh,
Thank
that's
you,
my
Craig.
I think it's
smoke
Hef that's got the smoke detector
downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just started doing that about 20 minutes ago, and I'm like, that figures.
Right before stream. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Mark Hughes.
Oh no,
That
shots
is-
fired.
I mean, Tio gonna need some salve for that burn.
I can't even see it. What did he say?
He said, well, it's scrolled off now, and I can't highlight it. Where the hell go? Oh, this is like Frank's stream.
Oh yeah. Which Frank? I guess that's bad either way.
I wouldn't claim either one of them, but you know. Mark said Friday was a train
Wow.
wreck. Wowzers.
Okay. So, well, we've learned our lesson. Hef, would you like to share out your app and start talking about it?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I can even go through a quick installation on a Raspberry Pi too. Doesn't take that long. And I figured that's where almost everybody's probably going to install it. So
Docker.
the Ham Radio app,
Sure.
it's Docker. So Docker's great, right? You can run it on a washing machine if you want to in some cases. So here, I'll share out my screen real quick. And I know a lot of us hams love our Raspberry Pis. And
My daughter is texting me right now,
this.
which is probably daughter code for theirs. And she called me best dad ever, so I feel that there's money involved in this.
That's how it works, yeah.
And big in the prompt there to make it a little easier. Right now I'm SSH'd into my
Yeah.
Raspberry Pi, which is subsequently also running my All-Star node that I can't connect to because I can't find my ID52. Yay. So real quick, I'll bring up
Thanks,
the website for it, and let me just do this.
Stream section.
Oh,
Jody said the smaller you make your cam, TO, the clearer it gets.
Yeah.
sorry, I should have had this ready to go. I thought I was already logged in, but apparently I wasn't. It must have been on my MacBook Air, and I got confused. GitHub, 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 GitHub. Where's GitHub? Ah, there it is.
You got to scroll down to page 3 of your authenticator tokens.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Net Control app. And you don't have to log into GitHub to download it. Just it was easier for me to log in to see what my repository URL was. So here's the Net Control app, and we can get to the code. We just have to copy the git command or the git URL. Then we'll go back to the command prompt. I'll just make sure I'm here. Yep. And then I'm going to git clone. I'm going to go ahead and clone that repo. Okay. Now on Linux, unlike Mac and Windows, when you do the git clone of the Net Control app and it's on Windows or Mac, you don't have to escalate privileges. On Linux, you do, because of the way Linux and Docker with containerization and trying to pull down the requirements. You need sudo for that. So we can go ahead, and that should have downloaded into the Net Control app directory. We'll go ahead and list that out. Now, if you look at the GitHub, it actually has instructions on setting it up. Just scroll down. First, you get past all this is what it does. And this is what we just did. We git cloned the repo, then we went into the directory. This is where you can set up an environment variable for the JWT secret. What that is, you can generate it here. You can also generate it in the command line. And if you go into the wiki of the GitHub, it shows you how to do it from command line if you want to do it that way. But basically what the token does is it secures the authentication on the back end, not from the internet, but on the back end. So it's really up to you if you want to enable it. It just gives you more security. It's going a little above and beyond, but it's still good to do in case somebody does get into, maybe you're putting this on the public internet on, I don't know, DigitalOcean, AWS, or, whatever your ham club uses for hosting. And somehow you're running other services on there and a hacker gets in. Well, if you don't set up the JWT key, then it is possible for them to see the authentication happening on the back end. So that's what that's there for. And we're just going to go ahead and just run this Docker compose up, but with Linux, Raspberry Pi or Mint or whatever your flavor is, you do want to run sudo. So
Did you say sudo?
sudo. Yeah, super user
Sudo.
do.
Sudo.
Sudo. No, it's do. Super user do.
It's also GIF.
Sudo is the millennial way of saying pseudo.
It's also GIF.
Yes, because it's graphic interchange for it. Let's go.
And toilet paper goes to the back, not over the front.
Hold on. What did I do wrong?
I will agree with to the back. I've had cats.
Okay, if you get this error, maybe you're running a Raspberry Pi that's already hosting something on port 80, which I am, All-Star. So in that case, we can specify, I actually put in a Docker Compose file for that case. So if we just run the command again, but we do -f, and then we do Docker Compose -port 8080, we can run it on port 8080. So we'll do that. And there it goes. So now it should be running. It should have downloaded everything you need. I had already run this once on this Raspberry Pi, so it already had all the requirements. Normally this would take a little bit longer. On my Pi 5, it took about 30 seconds to get all the NPM requirements and things for the Python backend. And then if I look at my It's not either. Oh, sorry, it's on Wi-Fi. So if I look at my, so it's 4.177. So then if I go back, we open up a
Don
new
wants a Helm
tab.
chart.
And there it is. That's all there is to it. Really easy to set up. The process is the same on all platforms, Windows, Mac, Linux. I haven't tried it on other flavors of operating systems like FreeBSD or OpenBSD. Should work as long as you can get Docker and
Yeah,
Docker
Docker should Docker.
Compose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the other requirement. I forgot to mention that. So before you run the git clone and all that, you want to do an, here, I'll run it just so you can see it. So you want to do a sudo apt update, and then you want a sudo apt install Docker and Docker slash compose. And you'll see that I already have it. Those are the two requirements you need before starting up the Docker container for the first time. Otherwise, you'll just get errors. That is in the instructions as a prerequisites above the instructions. And the same with Windows and Linux on, I'm sorry, Windows and Mac. For Mac and Windows, I would just say just get Docker Desktop because it's easier to manage. You get a nice little GUI for Docker and everything. And you can, start and stop Docker containers just like with the WYSIWYG, and it's super easy. You can also update your containers that way as well.
Have you ever played with Portainer? This is kind of off subject, but I'm using it with the CLI Docker on
I
Mint,
have.
on Mac Pro
Yeah,
Mint.
I've used it. I have one of those what we used to call NUCs, but
Yep,
it's basically a Ryzen
Yep.
mini computer,
yep.
and I'm running a kind of like a security onion sort of open NAS type thing on there, and I can do Docker with Portainer to manage everything
That's
on
how I've
that,
been.
which
That's
is
how I've been using it. I've got
yeah.
Docker Desktop on a Mac Pro. I honestly like the command line a little better, to tell you the truth.
Oh yeah,
Portainer's useful for other stuff, though.
it is. Yeah, absolutely. So that when you first set it up, you're going to come to a login screen. The first user to log in or to register will be an admin. So if I go in and I just put my call sign for both, and we'll just put a super secret, not so secret password. And oh, I already had the database set up for this, so we'll go ahead and log in. So we'll just pretend it created a new account. And now watch this not work. Okay, good. Okay, so this is like a fresh install. I haven't done anything with this yet. And if right away, if you go to admin, you will see that you're already an admin. So the first user to sign in. Any new users to create an account will be added under user management, but the admin or admins need to enable them so that just no Joe Schmo, if you put this on the public internet for your club, can just start using a bot to sign everything up. Speaking of bots, for the in the wiki, I added a section to add Google's reCAPTCHA to the register new user to prevent bots from automatically setting up a whole bunch of users on here. So if you are going to put this on the internet, I would definitely add a certificate, SSL cert or TLS, and also add that reCAPTCHA, which is within the wiki and the instructions. There's a whole bunch of stuff on how to secure it for the internet in the wiki if you do decide to do that. And so we also have light and dark mode. So on my video, a lot of people complained that it was too dark, so I'll keep it light if you guys want. If you guys think this is too bright, let me know. So if we go back to the dashboard, we could start a new operation from the dashboard where you can also view the schedule. Now, if you're running regular nets and you want to schedule nets, like you have them every day in the morning and evening, what you can do is go into schedule a future net, and here we can just erase this and just call it all-star evening net. And then we'll say we can do it starting on, we'll say starting today, now, and we'll do all-star. And then we can say repeat daily for the next 365 days. And then schedule a net operation, and then see how it will highlight all these calendar items. That means anything highlighted with this light blue, or if you're in dark mode, it's the sort of dark blue. It will have a net on it. And so for each day you click on each day, and you can start your net from whatever day you're on. And when you log in, it'll default to whatever day it is. And then once we start the net, this does have full QRZ integration, which you can set up under settings. You can also add a custom logo. So if you have a club logo, you can upload it here, and it supports JPEG, PNG, WebP, and some others.
We got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's a typical PHP MySQL that can be hosted outside of Docker, or is it only available in Docker?
You can run it outside of Docker. I just haven't written the instructions for it yet. But if you look in the directory for it, you can see a start.sh. And that'll just do the Docker stuff. I'll have to write a, right now I do have it packaged with a compose, but I have thought about making it standalone somehow. I just haven't programmed the installer for it to be more friendly without Docker yet, if that makes sense. Because my concern was getting it to be able to run on as many platforms as possible at the beginning. And some of the back-end stuff. And also the other, because I'm using Python for a lot of the back-end stuff, Docker is good. I mean, we can do it with virtual environments without Docker, but that gets kind of a pain. I don't know if you guys have played with virtual Python environments and stuff like that before, but I don't know. For me, it's kind of a headache. But yeah, you can. And I could try to build something out using virtual environments for the version of Python I'm using, because it is a couple of versions old, not too old. It's in the 3s. But you know, with Python, not all the modules that I needed were available in the latest and greatest. It will be updated to support the latest as it goes on with security and things like that. I do have a bunch of security plugins. My job is cybersecurity. I do cybersecurity security code reviews for a lot of companies. So I basically assess their code, make sure they're doing the right things, not storing keys and plain text and crazy stuff like that, which wouldn't believe me how often that happens. But I do take that seriously, and this will always be updated with instructions on any configuration changes that might need to happen to increase the security posture of it if needed. Go back to the app, and I'm going to grab my QRZ credentials real quick. The QRZ, for QRZ, it's not going to be the API token. It's actually just your username and password. I try to do it with the API, but QRZ doesn't want you to do that anymore. So, where's my password?
Hef, we can. I mean, we're like halfway into the show, and I'm being strangled by my earbud cord.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to the meat of this thing, as opposed to some of the setup stuff, and some of that's my fault for asking Docker questions earlier. But I think using this as a net control app is going to be more what everybody wants to see.
Right.
Than the back end stuff, and I mean.
Yeah, I can show all that right
otherwise,
now.
Don will be arguing with us all night about how you coded it. So,
Oh yeah, I don't blame you, Don. I think Don was one of my original testers actually, but a little thing happened there. I'll let Don let you know if he wants to share. But so if I do, it'll do full QRZ lookup, and it looks for it as you're typing. I'm trying to get it to where it doesn't try to look it up before you finish typing. I got that working in the mobile app, but I haven't gotten it working in the web app just as of yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. And here you can say, you know, this is after you do the business minutes and all that on the net, and then you say, okay, now looking for check-ins starting, with 4. Or any call signs with 4, and K4HEF, and
Right.
I'll stick around, mobile, I'm sticking around. So you could say, okay, we're staying for comments, and then add check-in. And then as you keep adding people, I'll put in my friend Vicky, and we'll say staying for comments, and then my friend Theo, and then we'll do staying for comments, and then John, just to give some context. So now we got all these check-ins, and then you get to the part where you're done with all the stuff, and then you say, oh hey, K4HEF, you still there? You had some comments, or wanted to say something. And then if he doesn't say anything, or maybe he's just outside the repeater, you can, as a net control operator, you might be like, all right, I'll come back to you. Let's go to Vicky. Vicky, what do you got going on? And then she says everything. She's like, I started a new beehive and yada, yada, yada. I was stuck my 2 meter antenna up on it and all that. And you could say, okay, done. And then Theo gets to Theo, he's done. And then it gets to John and he's done. And then you go back and you're like, hey, K4HEF, you still there? And then I pop in and I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I went outside the range a little bit, but this is what I got going on, yada, yada, yada. And now you can mark him as done. And then once you're done with the net, just complete net operation, hit OK.
Now, one thing, I'm trying to remember the name of the app, and I'm sure somebody in the chat will help me with this. There's a Windows app for net control that's been around a while, and I can't think
It's
of the
not called
name.
Netto, is it?
No,
No? Okay.
that's not ringing a bell. I don't know.
NetLogger's
Regardless of what,
web
regardless,
version.
or if you want to be triggered, irregardless, which ain't a damn word. Um, it had like a schedule of nets, and I wish I could remember the name of the app. So I played with it when I first got into ham until I decided I didn't care about most. That's it. Thank you, NetLogger. And you go into
Oh
that,
yeah,
and
NetLogger.
you can
Yep.
look at scheduled nets. So is that something that this will do at this point, or is that on the radar? I don't know how they get that data. I don't know if people email them or
Do you
what.
mean from a user's perspective, like you're looking for
Yeah,
from
I feel
from
like telling everybody about my bunions, so I want to find all the nets to share that information with. Yeah, because you
right
would go
now
into
this is
NetLogger and you could look at nets, and it would show you the name of the net, some comments about it, what time, what band, kind of information, basic information about each of these nets that was listed in NetLogger for that day.
I designed this more for ham radio clubs, not so much for the people that are checking in, or you could use it for HF nets. But as far as sharing the schedule and having that pop up in everybody's schedule, I don't have anything like that yet, but I'll consider adding something like that. But yeah, does not do that right now. It only does like your own local nets, primarily for like ham radio clubs. Because right now I found that the offerings out there right now either only run on one platform, or well, that's pretty much it. They all kind of run on Windows, or you have some versions for Linux, nothing really for Mac. And I just wanted something that ran on the web that was easy to use, and just had just the nice to haves. and not overly complicate it with like, hey, put your minutes in here. I mean, you're getting your minutes from your ham radio club and email. You can just, you have it already. It doesn't have to be like this, like complicated application. But adding like a shared net feature for maybe a different product, I could probably think about making a different product for that because this is more geared towards ham radio clubs. Like Y Cars, Ham Radio Clubhouse, et cetera, et cetera. Or if you're running like All Star Nets, same thing. D Star Nets. You could use it for HF nets if it's part of your club. Like my club has a 10-meter net that we do. That's simplex that the whole club knows about. So, we can add the net in this, but that's not what you're asking. So if I did do something like that, it would probably be a separate app. Because if you go to like, if I show you settings, this is where you can upload your custom logo, like your ham logo, basically your
Mm-hmm.
club. And then, and under admin, you can, so when under your schedule, if you need to share the reports for each operation, you can do that here. You can export it to a PDF. Or what most clubs will probably do is they'll go down to, sorry, admin, and you could select multiple operators. You could select an operator or you can select all operators. And then you can do a start date and end date, and then you can generate a PDF report here as well for a series of dates, which is I think most common when you're reporting to ARRL. Your nets is sort of like the month, so you can do that. And then under schedule, what the report looks like, and if you add your logo, it'll show in the top of the PDF report. But this has all the information. We'll also have all the comments that you typed in from all the users. It'll show whether or not they commented. Because I didn't put any comments, it's not showing anything. But it will show you all the comments of what you typed in for each of the check-ins. And then it has who the operator was, the start and end time, frequency, or the mode, and then the total number of check-ins. And as you're doing, when you do a schedule and you do start the net, it automatically, like if I start it, it should open up right back into the net control tab. So if you go back to the dashboard, you can see how many operations, total check-ins, active operations. This is syncing, by the way, and I'll show you in a minute what I'm syncing from. There's net control, and you can go back in and continue on with the net. This is showing you what's left for the year. And then the last thing I can show you is I do have let's do, I'm gonna mirror my iPhone real quick.
Detector has to get that many text messages.
Yeah, I put do not disturb on. All right, so if we scroll over, you can see the Ham Radio Net Control app, which is available in the App Store, and it was just updated to have this functionality. So if we go in here and go to settings, we can sync with the web app. The iPhone mirroring is really slow for some reason. Oh, well. Live streaming shenanigans. Here we go. So if I do, well, because it's let me open the app and see if I can do it. It's gonna freeze up on there for a second. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna put in the IP address.
So there's some a little bit of drama in the chat, and I want to speak to that right now. IR
Sure.
is a negation, typically. And regardless means without regard. So you're saying without regard. So that means you have regard. Well, make up your mind. It's a double negative. Regardless is the word. I don't care if it's been in use since 1847. There's been a lot of words in use since 1847 that are wrong, right? Do I have to spell those out? And we don't use them anymore because they're wrong. Irregardless is wrong. It's lazy. Don't do it. And it's also not a second B, an undoubtedly. Sorry. T.O. is tweaking me. He's tweaking me. And you can see he's look at him. Look at him. It's like the Cheshire cat up there. Yes, Bob. I'm low on Diet Dr. Pepper, and my nicotine level is reaching critical. And I know it's a dialectical thing. It's that's not the word. Dialect is not the word. It's idiomatic English, but I still don't
Dielectric,
like it.
nice.
Not
Dialectic.
No, dialectical,
There you go.
which I don't actually think is a real word.
Dielectric.
And not dielectric.
Nothing like trying to defend your ability to word sleuth without
And
word sleuthing.
Radio Wayne agrees with me on the use of irregardless. He is also a grammar Nazi. Grammar police, Wayne. Let's not use the N word, okay? That's another word that needs to go away because everybody gets called a Nazi all the time. And that is just, yeah. That's a hateful thing.
Only certain people use that word to describe other people. We know who those people are.
Well, it's usually politicians
They
use it to
categorize
describe other
themselves.
politicians, which is wrong anyway, even if the other politicians are knuckleheads. I will I'm the grammar FBI, the grammar police, whatever you want to call it. But yeah.
Ooh, Jody.
And across is not a word. Across. It's two S's. There's no T in there.
This phone mirroring is broken as all.
I know it's been in use since 1847. I don't care. It's still wrong. It means without regard.
You can tell Jim's a ham. Despite truth, he doesn't change his opinion.
Also, when you talk about a lot of things, ALOT is not a word. There is no word called a lot. It's a lot.
A space.
Yeah. And for the love of God, if you're not doing an Oxford comma, you're a weirdo. Hef, continue. You were doing something, so I interrupted.
Okay. So we're going to trash this real quick because I just fixed it. So if we add a check into the mobile app and we go ahead and just put my call sign in real quick and then stay in for comments and fixing bugs in his app. And we go to add check-in. If we refresh the web app, it's not working. Oh, that's super. It was. Huh. Let me see something real quick.
Jay, I don't need anyone's wife loving me anymore because that.
Oh, it technically worked.
That's just sounds awkward, and I already had issues. So.
It did well. Normally, I don't know why it's not doing it now. It was doing it earlier when I tested it. But basically, when you're in net control and say you have this on the internet for your club, and you have an operator and maybe a backup net op that's also helping you collect the call signs, you both can load into the app, either the web app and or the mobile app, and you can start adding check-ins here, and it'll automatically sync to the web app.
Hey, Hef,
Why it wasn't?
Hef, we
Yeah,
need to interrupt. Kelly has dropped a $10 super chat. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate it.
awesome, Kelly.
And this is Kelly's first super chat on a live stream. So let's everybody. I'm gonna give her some lasers.
Oh, do we have to dance? Is that something we do?
No, we don't do that. We also don't sell antennas, Hef,
Oh,
because
okay.
this is not Coffee and Ham Radios.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Well, I just meant the YouTubers in general.
That's fine. It's
yeah.
kind of a thing. It's mine and Steve's inside gag.
Yeah, I know.
Like Steve's been gone off of Coffee and Ham Radios for like what 5 months now, and people still think he's part of Coffee and Ham Radios. Just anyway.
No, I get that. It did record it in the schedule as a completed net when I did that, but for some reason it wasn't showing up under that control. I don't know if it's because I'm running it on port 8080, but it should have worked. I'll have to maybe do some debugging on that. Normally it'll work if you're using it on port 80 or 443 if you add SSL to it, like you should if you're doing it public. I urge you to do SSL, and don't do a one-to-one NAT. Do a port address translation for that port to the web app, not all ports to the web app, because you're just opening up yourself up to hacking if you do that.
Tio has Tio, where did you go? Yeah, I don't want to get into the network details. Hef, we want to talk about the app kind of thing.
Yep, that's fine.
Because I can nerd out with you over the network details all day and Docker and all that, and I'm sure I know there's a bunch more developers in the chat that would totally nerd out over all that, but I have some housekeeping I need to do since Steve has left the building. I don't know what happened to him. The hamster got tired and he had to get a new hamster.
I guess so.
GPMech7 has gifted 5 memberships to TO. And let's see, Frank got a gift membership. James, KY4 Truck James, got a membership. Free Rod got a membership. That seems inappropriate. Dave Newmeyer got a membership. And Carlos X got a membership. So GP Mech, you are awesome. And he also has become a channel member. So again, thank you for that. TO should be here to celebrate this, but I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he took up smoking. Oh, now he's back. And you got kicked out by your own stream?
Oh, yeah.
That was weird. All right.
New software happened, Starman.
So it's not me doing any shenanigans or anything.
Kicked out of his own stream.
Just the last thing, everything in the web app is the same features in the mobile app. You can do schedules, you can do reports the same way. Net control is done the same way. QRZ integration, it's all the same. Shows you the same information on the dashboard as well. So it makes it pretty easy going back and forth from the web app into the mobile app.
So what is this? How long did it take you to work on this, Hef? Obviously, you're still tinkering with it too.
Yeah, the web app took me about a month. The mobile app was a lot faster. I've just known how to program in Swift a lot longer. I had to kind of dust my JavaScript skills off. I did use a little bit of AI to help me with some things, mainly logos, and some of the integrations that in the API. So the whole backend API, AI helped me kind of build that, and AI helped me build the documentation. So after I built the app, I had to look at the app and said, "Hey, give me a wiki on how this works and how to secure this." And that's basically what the wiki is.
I've done, and I don't want to get into it too much. I've been cheating with AI. I wrote a couple programs that are very work specific for what I do, and I could have muddled through Python and figured it out myself, but I just kept mansplaining to AI. I needed to do this and this. No, you idiot! I needed this. Take this file. Blah blah blah. And I said, now write documentation so my minion, who knows less than I do about command line on a Mac, can run this. It was fabulous.
Right? No, and I think the what a lot of people don't realize if they don't try to do what do they call it, vibe coding? Um, I hate that word. But it's prompt engineering, right? You have to really be good at you already kind of have to know how to do coding in the first, unless you're just doing something simple. And 90% of your time, if you're building an app 100% with like Cursor, with ChatGPT or Codex or something like that, 90% of it is bug fixing, like getting
Hmm.
an error, pasting that into the chat and
Yes.
saying, "Hey, fix this."
Well,
That's
and I don't look at it as
90% of it.
cheating. It saves so much time, dude. So much
Yeah, and
time.
and
Back in the day
and
when I
even
was
if
doing
you
Turbo
are,
Pascal, I had to look all that crap up
yep,
in a book and figure out what I did wrong, and or find the misplaced semicolon that's buried in a function call all the way at the
or
bottom
go
of
on,
the file or something.
or God forbid, go on Stack Social.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. But
that's excellent.
that's the apps in a nutshell. It's pretty
Now you
much they're
said
pretty
you had a
simple
mobile
apps.
version as well.
Yeah, I have that up here. I'm still sharing, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it is. So
Yep,
iOS
right.
and Android.
Not Android yet. I'm still working on the Android version. I haven't owned an Android in about 12 years.
You and me
And
both, brother.
yeah, I don't even have a tablet. I have nothing Android. But my buddy's gonna lend me one of his older phones. It's like a S23 Ultra or something like that. And I already started coding it, and I think it'll work. It works in the emulator. But I don't want to release it until I actually test it on a device and make sure that it's responsive to all the different device sizes, whether it's a dual screen or a flip or one of the tiny screen ones versus the big ones. I want to make
Mm-hmm.
sure it looks good on all of them, which is a pain in the butt with Android. Um, but but um, but yeah,
Cool.
that's where I'm at. I suspect it'll probably be another month before I have an Android version out.
Frank, Frank would like to annoy you in the Discord with some Xcode questions.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can DM me. Feel free to DM me on Discord.
You shouldn't have said that.
Um,
You should not have said that.
oh no, I love coding in Xcode. It's one of my
No, no,
favorite
no, that's not what I
IDEs.
meant.
And
Telling Frank
oh,
to DM you. Bless your heart.
oh, oh no, I love helping people, so it's not a problem. I could always block people if I have to. No,
That's
I'm just
right. Ban Frank. Everybody put a one in the chat if we should ban Frank off of Toad. I need to see some ones right now, or zeros if you want to keep Frank. I have played with Xcode a little bit. I, as a matter of fact, the program I wrote in Swift um, on a Mac
There we
because
go.
me and my minion are both the Mac
That's what I do.
guys.
Swift. All my apps are 100% Swift right
It's a
now.
lot like Pascal, um,
Hmm.
which is what I mostly coded on back in the '80s. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm trying to. I set up Gitty, Gitty. I don't know how you say that properly, since you say sudo wrong. I set that up today on my Docker machine, and I cannot get Xcode to want to sync with it. But I think I figured that out this afternoon. But I've been playing with Xcode a good bit, and then VS Code as well. I'm getting back into writing some stuff, but it's all real relevant to me only crap, probably.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, I do a lot with like I have to do, I don't know if I do NERC SIP compliance for energy companies on top of my cybersecurity stuff. So I do audits. The NERC SIP is the North American Energy Reliability Company, and SIP is the Critical Infrastructure Protection. And so these are frameworks and compliance that energy companies need to adhere to, otherwise they get fined during an audit. And so my job is to go in, make sure that they satisfy all the evidence requirements for the next audit and that they don't get fined. And I leverage AI a lot for my job. When it comes to the policies and procedures, trying to, I don't know if you're familiar with Open Web AI, Open Web UI, for making your own chat agents. So you can start with like ChatGPT or Claude or whatever your flavor you want, and then you
Mm-hmm.
go to work and open Web UI. You can go to Workspaces, and then you can basically give it a personality and feed it extra data to learn off of. And so I trained it on all the NERC SIP standards, policies, procedures, and requirements for evidence. And so now, whenever a SIP section is coming up for the company, I just pop into ChatGPT and I'm like, hey, write me a RSAW, which is the requirements for evidence that you need to collect, and it'll just two
Yeah,
seconds.
AI is cool.
It's great.
I think
Yeah,
we've
it's
lost
great.
Steve again or something because you are the only person on my screen. I
Oh,
have no idea what's going on
I
I'm
on
don't
still
YouTube
see
at
here.
the
It
moment.
Steve
only
either.
highlights me when I'm talking, and you guys are talking so much that I can't get a word in
Oh,
edgewise.
Well, it wasn't doing that earlier.
I know. I'm playing.
Oh, okay,
oh,
that's you. I was like, I haven't touched anything. Okay,
We can go to the angry newscaster view.
let's go to the angry newscaster. Steve, over to you. Please polish
What?
your potato. Me and Hef are
Right?
fine.
Yeah,
Clean
I know. This studio sucks.
clean the boogers off that tater cam, son. Well, Hef,
It's almost
that's a
over. Pain is almost gone.
pretty awesome app, and the interface looks really nice on it. I'm
oh,
not
thank you.
a net guy at all, much, hardly, but
No, it's kind of funny that I even wrote it because my ham radio club, I I'm just on the I can't hit my repeater for my club where I live. I have to get in my car, get on the top of the valley the hill right here because I'm in a valley, and then I can hit the repeater. But for my house, I'd have to put up like a 200-foot antenna to be able to hit the repeater.
yeah,
And yeah, and so I can't really hit any nets here unless they're digital. And but my net control committee chair, I guess it's called, um, has been begging for a better app than the one they were using. So I just started working on it and adding the features he was requesting, and this
well,
was sort of
yeah. I mean, I
born out
get
of it.
that because that's kind of the stuff I've done in the last month. Is hey, I should be able to automate this and make this better. So,
Yeah, yeah,
like
automation. I'm a big fan of that.
well, I mean, like we were doing a manual process at work comparing two lists,
Hmm.
and it was literally one of us eyeballing one list while the other one called off names on the other list and then finding the ones that weren't on the other list. And it was a giant time wasting pain in the ass, which the whole thing is anyway, but that's a whole nother story.
I
So
get
yeah,
that.
that's everything I've ever written almost. It has been, hey, I should be able to automate this. So doing the net control thing it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I don't know if you guys play with Home Assistant. I know you guys
I
probably. I
have.
think you guys played with Node-RED a few months ago, right? It's pretty
Kyle
good.
was on Coffee and Ham Radios or Nuggets. I can't remember which one. Probably both. And we
Hmm.
Node-Redded. We played with Node-Red here with my Flex setup,
Yep,
and I lost the SD card that it was on, and I'm entirely too lazy to set it all up again. So,
I totally get that. I totally.
and I don't want to bother Kyle for it. So I just
Yeah, yeah. I did have it all set up for my FT 710, and same thing. I lost the Raspberry Pi 5, which was my good Pi 5, the one with the 16 gigs of RAM, and I have no idea where it went. And so, yeah,
Yep. Well,
it's because I
I
keep
think, Hef,
repurposing
thank you for
everything.
being here. I think we're going to have to wrap this
Mhm.
up. Tio is suffering through internet problems and probably chafing as well.
Oh, thanks
Um,
for having me, fellas.
well, yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for watching and putting up with the test stream. Tio, blink if you're not having a stroke. We're just checking. Okay, he's blinking, so apparently he's okay. I'm going to hit the button now. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it, guys. We'll
Thank
see
you.
y'all. Take care.
Bye. Bye, everybody.